promise in this moment to keep my heart wide open. With every breath I take, I'm grateful. I promise in this moment to keep my heart wide open. With every breath I take, I'm grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful.
such a beautiful song. It kind of opens your heart and sets the intention for today. With every breath that we take, with everything that we do, to have gratitude, to be grateful. And when you open yourself to that, oh my goodness, the universe pours in all its good. So I'm praying that this song has been the intention of our opening service, to be in an attitude of gratitude for everything that is good. So, I have missed you. Watch out, I'm all rested now. So, I'm all rested and ready to go, and so very grateful. I want to say a special thank you to the leadership of this church, to the office staff, to everyone who has pulled together to allow me to have an opportunity to get away and really absolutely disconnect. I promise you, I didn't even look at any emails. It was very hard not to do that, but it felt pretty wonderful. So I want to welcome you today. Is anyone visiting for the first time? Anyone? Oh, then we're all here family. That's wonderful. And I want to welcome the people watching live via YouTube and Facebook. Welcome. Welcome. If you're visiting through live streaming for the first time, this is a wonderful community. We hope that someday you'll come and visit with us. This place is really a place where everyone is accepted. Everyone is loved. Everyone is appreciated. And that's what makes it so very special, right? Because we are the love and the light of God. So we have a wonderful service planned for you, and I want to be able to move into that. I'll do the announcements at the very end. Now that we're in this place of gratitude and love, I invite you to gently close your eyes. If it feels okay with you, you can leave them open if you like. And take a deep breath with me. Release that. In the stillness of this moment, we acknowledge the presence of the divine, the life energy that permeates all things. We acknowledge that we are one with the divine, and that every step of our lives is being ordered, that we are here by divine appointment. There's a purpose in everything. And so today we set the intention to open our hearts and open our mind, to leave behind anything that was the busyness of the morning or any concerns for the afternoon. We're totally present in this moment. For we acknowledge that it's in this moment with the power of the living presence that created all things, that is in all things, the very essence of our own life. It's right here, right now. And so with this attitude of gratitude, we start the service together, realizing that we are one no matter where we are at. We are one spirit, one mind, one love, one light, expressing so beautifully. We are grateful for this understanding that gives us the peace, that gives us the joy, that allows us to be the very best Christ presence that we can be. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Would you say with me the affirmation of oneness? There is one power and one presence in the universe and in my life. God the good, all-powerful, all-knowing, and everywhere present. Right here, right now, God. Namaste.
power of now is always present, nowhere to be than where you are. The power of now flows oh so gracefully. The power of now is always perfect, nothing to be than who you are. The power of now flows oh so easily. Be willing to let go of everything you think you need to know. Oh, be strong enough to let go of everything you think you need to control. For everything goes away. Let everything wash away. The power of God.
Good morning and welcome to Unity of Citrus County. You have arrived at the perfect time. Allow yourself to become quiet and still, taking this time for yourself. This is our time of meditation. I invite you, if it's comfortable for you, to close your eyes, settle in, and join me in this meditation as we center ourselves in the presence of God. Begin by taking a deep breath in from the belly and allow it to draw up to your heart area and then to the top of your head. And release. Just let that all fall back down. And just imagine that divine energy streaming down around your body as you release that breath. Oh, such a beautiful feeling, such a wonderful sense. And again, breathing deeply in, hold and release. And begin to feel that rhythm of your breath. Feel the presence of God in, as, and through you now. Be still. Don't be afraid of the silence. Know that you are always guided and protected. It is in the silence that we often find our answers, the answers that we are seeking. God knows and God shows. The answers are always there. In in stillness, I trust the presence and the light of the indwelling Spirit. Feel the breath of God and know in your heart that all is in divine and perfect order, whole and complete right now. Pause and affirm divine order in your life now. Know that the Christ principle guides you now and always. The presence is all around you right now. Know it, as it is in your personal life and in time of prayer and meditation. Know that whatever clarity you are seeking, the answer and the ideas that you need are seeking you and finding their way to you right now. Feel your connection with God. Relax as you trust in the divine order of the universe. All is well. May you be blessed today and always. And I invite you to stay in this quiet moment just for a while. May it be so. Namaste.
Divine order. Power of the month. Color is like olive green. How many of you have something green at home? I realize I don't have anything green to wear. So I got a green bracelet. There we go. Anyway, we just want to share a little bit about the experience that I had when I was away on my vacation. Joe and I had an opportunity to go to Washington State and experience some of the beauty that is there, some of the natural beauty that is amazing. We're so blessed to live in a country that has so much incredible beauty. And sometimes when you're out in nature, life gives you this experience that kind of helps you to see beyond time and space and to really see life the way that it really is. Have you ever had that kind of experience? Right? All of a sudden, you're not there where you are, but you're seeing through some spiritual eyes, and your inner ear is really opened, and you get to see what you really may have missed before. And so such was the experience for me when we were traveling the trails of the rainforest in the Olympia National Park. What an incredible place. The forest was so lush, so green, and full of life, teeming with that life energy. And And what was really impressive in that forest, to me anyway, were these amazing trees. There were trees that were, so impressive in width and in height. Joe and I tried to wrap our arms around a tree, and it really showed the immensity of that trunk. And some of the trees would rise up from the forest floor over 100 feet up into the sky. It was amazing. It was amazing to see this. The red cedar and the Douglas fir, so majestic in this forest. And our guide, we had such a young guide, but he was passionate about trees. So I dubbed him the tree whisperer, He's like the little tree whisperer. And he was sharing all the knowledge that he had about the inner life of trees, something that we very rarely really think about, And so one of the amazing things that he told us was that the trees in the forest communicate with each other. They support each other. We take that for granted. So he was telling us that underneath, right below the surface of the ground, there's like an underground network where all the roots of the trees, the little tips of the roots of the trees, they all come together. It's almost like they create I would call it the wood wide web, so that through this web, it is quite amazing. Let's see if I could bring it up here for you. So this is not a natural one, but pretty much it looks like that. Everything is connected. All the trees in the forest is in this immense connection, a network. And it is through this network that they share resources like water and nutrients, and they send signals, almost like electrical impulses, to warn that there's danger or that, dangerous insects are around or disease. So I was flabbergasted. I never knew that. How many of you knew that? I didn't. Oh, yay, naturalist here. But I was in awe. I truly was in awe of how this nature is so intelligently and orderly designed. I mean, it blows my mind. Everything in that forest was evolving and adjusting and maintaining the harmony of life. It was really evident to me, and I saw it so clearly in my spirit that divine life was expressing intelligently in a very orderly manner. And so when I went back to the hotel that evening, I couldn't stop talking about it. I'm still excited. I want to tell you so much more that he told us, but I don't want to make this a lesson on trees today. But when I got back to the room, what came to mind was that we, humanity, we are part of this universe. We are part of this system. We are part of it, created of the same essence. So why? Because we will have the capacity to live harmoniously with each other. We have that. Why aren't we? Why aren't we? And obviously I was in such a place, feeling so connected, that the answer came because we have free will. And because of free will, we make choices. And the choices that we make help us to create the experience of our reality. Because we choose to have certain thoughts and beliefs and feelings, which is the ingredients that we hold in mind and that create the experience of our reality when we act on them. We have that incredible power. It's our unity third principle. We are co-creators with God. And we create the experience of our reality through our thoughts, through our feelings, through our beliefs. So consciousness is cause. Consciousness is cause. And because everything in the universe follows a divine order is the law of the universe, then we use that same order to create the experience of our reality. We hold the thoughts in mind, and then we act on those. And when we do, we create the experience. So it's really mind, thought, expression. It's a very orderly pattern. There's order all over the universe. So I was thinking about that. I said, last past week when I was home for a couple of days before I actually came here. I returned from Washington. I took a couple of days to just relax, because boy, we did a lot of walking. And then I had this great idea in my mind. I'm going to clean my closet out. It was a great idea. But guess what? I didn't act on it. So my closet is still waiting. And I guess when I do choose to do it, then divine order pipes in more actively. It kind of organizes all the spiritual powers to come together to help us accomplish what we want to accomplish. So divine order is an attribute that we possess that is really, really helping us to be able to order our lives better. So I guess at some point I'll clean my closet, and when I do, I'll feel a sense of harmony and peace, because the thought will no longer be there. Because you have a thought, you want to keep it and you want to do it, and you don't do it, and so it's kind of nagging you to do it. But in life, that's how we are creating the experience that we're having. We are creating it through our thoughts, our beliefs, and our feelings. And so when we ask ourselves, why aren't we in harmony like the rest of nature is? Why is there no balance in our lives and on this world? It's because we are creating our own experience through the power of free will. So in relation to our world, when our consciousness has thoughts that cause divisiveness and indifference and self-centeredness and apathy, when those kind of thoughts are creating that experience in our lives, no wonder. And we're acting on those thoughts that are able to create those experiences. No wonder the world seems so disorderly, right? So out of harmony, so out of balance. We just disregard spiritual law altogether. We forget that there is one power, one presence in the universe, and that it is good, that it is everywhere present. And we forget that we are powerful beings. So we allow our thoughts to just randomly show up, and we don't care for the garden of our mind. So we're creating something that we're not comfortable with. We forget that everyone is inherently good, and that the universe works on our behalf. But when we realize this, when we awaken to this, and it's almost a moment by moment thing. When we awaken to this, we realize that we've been creating from a consciousness of fear. That's where we've been creating, from a consciousness of fear. A consciousness that is so ego-driven that all we can think about is ourselves. And so, what do we need to do? What does the divine order help us to do? It helps us to readjust our thinking. Readjust it. To make sure that what we are holding in mind is grounded on spiritual truth. And when we can do that, then we will begin to see unity in this world, more compassion, more empathy, more selflessness. Because consciousness is cause. We must remember that, so that we can rise up from a consciousness of fear that keeps it focused on the me, to the consciousness of love that brings us back into unity in the we. And when we can do that, we will become that network, like the trees, supporting one another and sustaining life, allowing it to grow. That's why Jesus understood this so well. And he left us one simple commandment. He said, love one another. Love one another. Recently, someone told me that they felt that the world was in chaos. Oh, Luz, there's so much chaos everywhere. We are in the end times. And I remember, when I was younger, I would hear that would cause me a lot of fear. End times, ooh, am I being good? Where am I going? Up here or down there, So, but really, truly, the thought that really came to mind for me when she said that yes, we are in end times. We're being given the opportunity to shift in consciousness, to end this fear-driven thoughts that we hold in mind that is creating the kind of world that is full of disharmony. To become aware of that so that it could come to an end. Maybe this is the opportunity. Maybe this is the opportunity for us to readjust our thinking and our feelings and our beliefs so that our consciousness of fear is not reigning our lives, but a consciousness of love. And so, yes, there seems to be the appearance of chaos. But you know what I know about chaos, and you know about chaos, is that chaos always makes way for evolution. Always. So the chaos is not to be afraid of. Something is wanting to birth and change and evolve us. Ooh, calm down. Perhaps the disharmony that we see in the world, the erupting of the pain of Mother Earth. Look at this. Floods and fires and earthquakes and tornadoes, and you think of it. The pain of Mother Earth is rising up, is asking us, is screaming, wake up, rise up. You are the world. You have come to be the change that needs to be seen. And it's not done by marches or anything like that. It's actually done individually within. Each one of us plays a role. Because the kingdom of heaven is within us. This realm of divine ideas that we are given the power to be able to manifest through divine order. This beautiful process of divine order. You see, divine life is always wanting to express divine order as the intelligence of the universe through each and every one of us. There is always an evolving order at work in our lives because it is what is going to help us unfold our true divine nature. Charles Fillmore says that the perfect man identity created in divine mind in the beginning was established in the law of divine order. It is still today working itself out through the flesh into manifestation under the law. So we are evolving. If you go look back in the history of humanity, we've come a long way, baby, haven't we? But there is still a long way to go. And we must stay vigilant so that we may assist and be part of that evolution of the perfect idea in God's mind for men and women. So for us to create this new world. You know, I've been hearing a lot. Have you been hearing a lot? There's a new world emerging, a new world. Edgar Tolle, many years ago, wrote a book called The New World. Wasn't that the name of his book? New Earth, the New Earth, yes. The new earth. So for this new earth to be birthed, to come into reality in this realm, we have to cooperate with spiritual law. Not only with our thinking, but we have to cooperate. And what does that mean? That means that we have to realize that in the infinite universe that we are all a part of, there is an underlying divine essence, an essence that fills all things. All things. Everything emerges from that essence. It pulls the planets together, is what created the solar system and the galaxies and the stars. It is what empowers our sun to shine and our planet to spin, rivers to flow, animals to be birthed, plants to grow. It what enables us to wake up in the morning, divine life through you, wanting to bless and multiply the blessings in your life. Divine essence is what beats my heart, your heart. Empowers the cells of our body to divide. How often do we think about those things? That this divine essence, this thing that sometimes we call God, this divine essence, oh my goodness, it fills the beautiful and the horrific as well. It fills the growth and the decay of life because it is everywhere present, in everything. And we must not forget that when we think that we see chaos, know that something is happening in there. There's a divine essence in it too. And that same essence is in our lives. So if you were to look deeply really at your life, if you kind of had a reel of a camera and you were able to rewind and look back at your life, you know, you will see that divine order has always been at work to help you rise up above the limitations that you believe about yourself. Those thoughts that you hold in mind. Is helping you to rise up so that you can assert the power of the Christ that is within you. That is your true identity. So take for a moment, let's just think about all the people that have shared the stage of life with us, you know, have really been there in our lives. And perhaps maybe it was an ex-spouse who showed up at just the right time so that you can have those great children that you love so very much. There was a divine order in that. Maybe it was a parent who wasn't really present for you. It was kind of an absent parent, you know. That was part of the divine order too. Because that helped you to realize that you can develop self-reliance, that you're a lot stronger than you give yourself credit for, a lot wiser. So though the experience may not have been a good experience in your calculation, you could see the divine order in it. You could see that it was working out in you, the power, the gifts that you possessed. And maybe sometimes I've heard people say, nobody ever shows up in my life. You ever had that woe is me victim sometimes? It happens to me sometimes too, you know, where you say, well, nobody showed up to help me do this, blah, 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 blah. Well, you know, maybe that's because you needed to handle something on your own. You needed to do it. So you can realize that you're very competent and courageous and wise and loving and intelligent. There's a purpose behind everything. So when you examine your journey, thus far, you will see that every person in every circumstance has shown up at the right and perfect time. Always. We don't see it right when it's happening, But if you would know it in the depth of your being, that whatever is happening is showing up for your good, then you would not be so frantic. And maybe when the experience shows up, when you get those thoughts in your mind that make you feel like, oh, not so good, because they're coming from a place of fear, knowing this divine order is working all together for your good in your life, you can readjust your thinking and trust. Give yourself the opportunity to trust the ebb and flow of life. You can trust that life is much bigger than your little problem. Much bigger. And I'm not taking away the sometimes the suffering that we experience. That's part of the growth too. But life is much bigger than that. You can trust that there is a divine order working for your good. And I keep saying that because I want to hammer that in. And then you could say, our World Day of Prayer theme this year is very powerful, because it says that no matter the circumstance, all is well with my soul. I can stand with that and believe that. Jesus knew spiritual laws so well. He got in trouble because he would announce it. He would go around and say, I and the Father, what he called God, are one. Never forgot that. The Father always hears me. He knew God was the source of everything. So sometimes the world does appear that is in disharmony and disorder, maybe even in chaos, but that does not mean that divine order is not working in the midst of that. And we must remember that. Divine order, divine life, which is active in us, is constantly attracting to ourselves in divine order exactly what we need so that we can evolve. So maybe this experience that we're having on our planet right now is causing us to realize that it's time to evolve, time to move up. Rise up. It is up to us. We have the choice to think the thoughts that we want to think and believe the things that we want to believe. And hold the feelings that we want to hold. And if we have that choice, then maybe we can choose differently and see what would happen. Trust the universe that is working on behalf of your good. And we can do this. We can do this by working together, allowing our minds to be renewed and transformed, to set that goal. Every morning, maybe even get up in the morning and say, today, I am in control of my thoughts and my feelings. And I'm going to really pay attention because I'm a powerful being, child of God. They say that saying that says that as within, you know that saying, as within, so without, as above, so below. Our inner thoughts and feelings actually create what we see and experience in the world. And what is above in consciousness will be reflected in the circumstances of our lives right here. So be mindful. Be mindful. We can be like those trees in the forest, creating the network in our mind that would nourish us with spiritual truth. And then connecting with one another, this beautiful network that recognizes the divine life is flowing through us and that everything is falling in divine order. So this week, I'm going to invite you to try something with me. I promise you it will not be a big homework assignment. but pay attention to life. Pay attention. What's showing up? the people that are showing up, the circumstances that are showing up. What's showing up? What's triggering you? Oh my, pay attention to that especially. Because what's triggering you is mirroring what needs to be looked at and healed. And you have all the power in the world to do that. You have all the love to hold you through that. What is being mirrored? And I could tell you, a lot of stuff can trigger me. My faucet handle sprayer is broken, and it triggers me each time I look at it. And this morning I said, no, I'm going to work on this. I love you, faucet. Thank you for allowing water to flow through you. We're fine. No need to, the silly things that trigger us, right? Why is that triggering me? I think I know. But anyway, so probably, yes, that's why it's triggering me. So recognize that whatever has arrived for your good and divine order. God is in the beautiful and the horrific, in the growth and in the decay, in everything. Remember that. And adjust your thoughts so that you can see beyond time and space. You can see life as it really is. We are, the chaos is what's, how can I say it? It almost feels like the soup, The chaos is the soup out of which something glorious can emerge. And we are it. We have come to be in this planet at this time because we have agreed. We've agreed to be part of that. And so we have a little bit of homework to do. But what I love about this place is that we have each other's back. We support each other with great love and great attention. And we help each other to evolve. So I hope that, like the trees, you would see that we have the potential to be a lot more harmonious in our lives and in our world. And I pray that you will join us for World Day of Prayer here, because we want to really anchor ourselves in that, knowing that no matter what the circumstances, all is well with my soul. And it truly, absolutely is. When you can see life like that, then you will live a more peaceful, harmonious life. And that is my prayer for you always. Namaste. Stand for this if you like, because he's going to sing about all is well.
I'm not worried about tomorrow. Today I declare freedom from yesterday, mistakes of the past. Today all things are made brand new. And don't it feel good to know that all is well and unfolding as it should? I can change my reality by changing my mind. Perfect peace, joy, and happiness is yours and is mine. I am blessed and so are you. And don't it feel good to know that all is well and unfolding as it should? Let me hear you say, all is well, all is well. Divine Spirit is directing me right now. In the Spirit, I am fed by the divine. I am one with all that is. My soul is free from time. I am blessed and so are you. And don't it feel good to know? Don't it feel good just to know that my soul is free from time, and all I got to do is change my mind. I'm free, y'all. Don't it feel good? All the way and unfolding
Okay, here we go. Can you hear me? Okay. I said that was a great song, and it was, and thank you, Rev Luz, for that great message. It's true, we have to remember that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. It's that wonderful time in our service now when we give up our gifts, our tithes, and our offerings. So let us acknowledge the gifts that you are sending. And we want to thank everyone and let them know that we're so grateful to all of you who are with us today and for sending in your checks, for contributing online, for all your gifts and tithes that make it possible for us to continue to come to you live. Please take your gifts in your hands and affirm your offering blessing with me. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I send forth this gift with my blessing and my love. And so we thank you, God. So it is. And I want to thank you today for being here with us. And we hope you have been uplifted and energized with the service and that you can go through the week feeling God's love in every place that you go. Will you affirm the prayer of protection with me, please? Is it up on the... Surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Amen. So I wish you a wonderful and blessed week. And I think that Rev Luz may have a few more announcements. Namaste. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. See, all is well with my soul. Connie, I almost came over and started dancing with you. But Helen beat me to it. It's all is well with my soul. I just got a few announcements, really short and sweet. World Day of Prayer being the most important one, I want you to know that we're going to have the sanctuary open on Thursday. If you want to join us here for the vigil is going to be from 6 a.m. in the morning to 6 at night. And you can join the vigil at home if you want to at any time. Take some time out that day. Or you can come here, and the sanctuary will be open from 11 to 4. Is that correct? 11 to 4. So you will come here, and you can sit in this beautiful space. At 11 o'clock, we'll have our usual meditation, silent unity service, and then we'll go right into allowing you to stay in the sanctuary as long as you want. So this is a perfect time to realize that everything is unfolding for our good in divine order, and that we know what is ours to do to be able to create a different experience in the world. The other thing I want to encourage you is to continue to please pray for Ken Norquist's son. Marsha, do you have any updates on that? Because I haven't been able to get any updates.
Yeah, Robbie is doing really well.
Yay!
Off all of the equipment.
Yay! Wonderful.
It's a long road still, but he's doing really well.
So you may not be able to hear Marsha, those of you that are watching, but what she's saying is that we've been praying for Ken Norquist's son, and she says that he's doing really, really well, that he's off all the machinery that he was on.
Almost all of the medical equipment he was on.
Wonderful. So thank you. Continue to pray for this family. We're just seeing this miracle unfolding right before our eyes. Prayer is really, really powerful. And we surround Ken and Brenda with all our love and know and send them our peace. And I also wanted to say that Mary Miller, it was announced last week, Mary Miller was a very, she was one of the founders, wasn't she, Mary? One of the founders of the church. And we are very grateful for all that she has done, and she transitioned while I was away. And Darlene and I have met, and we're going to do a special celebration for her. We're going to, we had already planned it. We had it for October the 24th. We're going to do it on her birthday. So we're going to keep that. We're going to do it on her birthday, and it'll be birthday/memorial, and her family is coming. So I encourage you to mark your calendar. I'll keep repeating it, October the 24th. And I'll give you more details as we get closer. But Mary Miller was someone that we want to honor and remember, and we will miss her. So I think that's all my announcements. Oh, one more? Yes.
The World Day of Prayer is actually Thursday. It's not the same day as
Okay, it's on Thursday. Thank you. Thank you, Rhonda. Oh, I love my staff. They keep me right on the line. Yes, it's on Thursday, not Wednesday. Wednesday is a Silent Unity. Thursday is the World Day of Prayer. And I hope that you will join us, and I look forward to greeting you right back out there. And everything is well. So, check out all the information that we have. Bulletin boards, website, YouTube, weekly wake up. Anyway, I love you. I don't want to keep you anymore. Bless you. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Namaste.
I'm not worried about tomorrow. Today I declare freedom from yesterday, mistakes of the past. Today all things are made brand new. And don't it feel good to know that all is well and unfolding as it should? I can change my reality by changing my mind. Perfect peace, joy, and happiness is yours